Welcome to Moore School Stadiums, the site for your Oklahoma Ford dealers game of the week. It's game time tonight here on YurView. And hi again, everybody. I'm Steve Marshall. Dion Amate is alongside as we're excited to bring you some action tonight between two teams ranked in the top 10 in Class 6A. Should be a great matchup tonight, Dion.
It really should. The question of the night, though, can Westmoore stop this aggressive rushing attack of Broken Arrow? That's the question. If they can do it, especially with the weather conditions, they might be able to get a win tonight.
It's week 2 as far as the district is concerned. Let's take a look at those standings in 6A. And, of course, when we look at the standings this week, it'll have Westmoore up there and Broken Arrow, both at 2-0 on the season. You've got Jenks, Edmond Santa Fe, Norman, Yukon. They're all 1-1. And then Edmond Memorial and Enid right there at 0-2 on the season. Now let's take a look at some of the featured players for everybody to keep an eye on tonight. And we start with Andrew Rame, the big guy for the Broken Arrow Tigers.
Yeah, we mentioned that rushing attack. If they want to do it and be successful tonight, get behind number 72. He does it all for this Tigers team. And if they want to have some success running the football, stay behind that guy.
We've already seen Dayton Wolf this year, of course, and he's had a great season. The quarterback for the Westmoore Jaguars, putting up some big numbers, very impressive so far early in the season.
It starts and ends with Mr. Wolf for this Westmoore team. Over 1,500 passing yards already in the season, 19 touchdowns. He does it all for them, and he's going to have a great night to win against the stout BA team.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, no doubt about that. Westmoore and Broken Arrow. We'll take an opening timeout. We'll come back and get ready for kickoff coming up next. Stay with us.
The Ford Game of the Week is being brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Visit your best in Oklahoma Ford dealers for the best deals on Ford's full line of vehicles. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. Weoki Federal Credit Union, proud sponsors of the Weoki Kick for Cash. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Roller weight loss and advanced surgery. Your best you starts here. The Plaza at Town Square by Mccaleb Homes. Love where you live. And by Cox, bringing us closer.
Weoki's Kick for Cash is back for its 8th year, and we want high school students to kick for cash. Weoki has given away over $20,000 to Oklahoma City area students. Look for the Weoki Money Booth at your high school and register to kick for cash during the Ford Game of the Week. High school students can win $500 from Weoki just for kicking an extra point. High school students, don't miss Weoki's Kick for Cash.
Hold on to me, don't let me go. Your first name is free, last name is dumb.
Drive a new Ford Expedition today with 0% financing for 72 months plus 2,000 Ford credit bonus cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
And welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are at Moore School Stadium here for your Oklahoma Ford dealers game of the week. The Westmoore Jaguars playing host to the Broken Arrow Tigers. And once again, I'm Steve Marshall. Dion Amate is alongside, and the whole crew from YurView excited to bring you this top 10 action tonight. There's a look at David Alexander. He's the head coach for the Broken Arrow Tigers. They, of course, state champions last year, and right now they've only lost one game on the season, and they're ranked in the top 5 as high as 2 in some polls, and a very, very good, very deep football team.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we talked to you earlier about how this team was deep, how they won a state championship last year, and they get it done the old school way, running the football. Coach Alexander talked to us, and he said, hey, we're going to do what BA football does, run the football. So look forward to that tonight.
All right, they've already had the coin flip. Westmoore won the toss. They deferred, and so the Jaguars will get the football to start the second half of play. The weather, as you can see, there's head coach Lorenzo Williams for the Jaguars. Earlier today, it was, 75 degrees. The sun was out. It was a little breezy. we had a brief storm that went through the area, dumped a little bit of rain, but with that came the cold front, and the temperatures have dropped a lot since then. And right now we sit where we are, just about ready to kick it off here between Westmoore and Broken Arrow.
Yeah, Westmoore told us that they're going to do it a little differently than BA. They called their offensive scheme was short and wide. They want to get their passes out on the perimeter. They want to get those intermediate throws so Wolf can, pick apart the defense. So look forward to that as they, operate offensively.
All right, we're all set to go here as the kick is away. Westmoore in the home black jerseys, Broken Arrow in the white. They take the kickoff at about the 4-yard line. Out across the 20, spilled at about the 25-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will put it in play. 1st and 10, just inside their own 25-yard line. And of course, Dion, you talked to the officials and the coaches about some of the keys to the game. We can talk about sharing some of that as we go on throughout this first quarter of play. This is at East-West Stadium. And then, of course, you've got the north wind coming in. There's a look at the starters for Broken Arrow. You can see the big guys up front. You also have the tight end, Gamble in there, wide receivers, and the quarterback as we look at him. Number 7 for the Broken Arrow Tigers, and that is Jake Raines. First down, running play. Left side, flag comes out. Thrown right there by the linesman. And we'll get a call from our official for tonight. Our referee is Marcus Walker. Our umpire is Jerry Kuntz. Line judge is Mark Quirk. Archie Chappell is the head linesman, and the back judge is Harmon Ray. It's going to be a holding call against Broken Arrow. So a nice gain to get things started will be negated, and they'll move Broken Arrow back the other way.
And that's something interesting that we're going to have to look forward to tonight. The flags are pink instead of the normal yellow, so I didn't really catch that one early on, but hopefully we won't see a lot of those throughout the contest.
So after the reset, it'll be 1st down and 14. Tigers from their own 21-yard line. They feel as though they can run the football, and here's into the secondary. 1st down yardage and then some on the carry for the Tigers out to about the 45-yard line. That's number 19, Sanchez Banks. And nice gain up there. Big hole on that left side, Dion.
Yeah, it was a big hole for the sheer fact that this defense is going to do some creative things to try to stop the rushing attack of BA. That time it didn't get it done, but you're looking at a 3-3 stack defense, and they're going to do a couple of run blitzes. This time they didn't get into the right gap, and Sanchez Banks was able to take advantage of it. Hopefully they can find a way to stop this rushing attack. There you go.
Stopped in the backfield. Nice play coming up and making the initial hit. Number 32 for the Jaguars. That's Keyshawn Oliver, 5'11", 180. He's a junior.
Coming off the edge, strong, fast. He was already in the backfield before everything was even started for this BA offense.
So now looking at a 2nd down and 12 from their own 44-yard line. Single back set. Wide receivers to either side. Play action pass. Going to bootleg it out to the right. Pass is complete. Caught from behind. Stopped short of the 1st down, but into Westmoore territory. They're going to mark him down at about the 46-yard line on the reception there. Number 44 bringing that one in. That's Mitchell Banning.
Yeah, look for them to hit that a lot tonight. With them having so much success running the football, you're going to see a lot of play action when this BA team does decide to throw the football. Right there, the old-fashioned bootleg pass, working to success and gaining good yards on 2nd down.
Running play straight ahead, 1st down yardage. Down to about the Jaguar 43-yard line. That'll stop the clock and move the chains, and a new set of downs for the Broken Arrow Tigers. First possession of the ball game. We've played just about the first 2 minutes so far. Broken Arrow has had it, was assessed a penalty that marched them back. They had a nice screen pass that worked out for them, and they've been able to keep the drive alive. Keys to the contest, what did the coaches tell you?
Yeah, I mean, before we got this thing kicked off, I was able to talk to both of these head coaches. Number one, they wanted to start fast. And then that's exactly what BA is doing right now. They didn't do that last week versus Norman, and it kind of got them in a little bit of a hole. So they wanted to do a good job of starting fast, and we'll continue with the rest of the keys after this play.
Here's the play that looks like it's going to go for a touchdown. No flags on the field as he's racing to the end zone in there. Nice move after he made the catch for Broken Arrow. Number 13, Keon Barnett, 5'8", 165-pound wide receiver. And that whole play was made off that initial move after he caught the football. Deani made the Westmoore defender miss, and he was off to the races after that.
Yeah, just a great play call by this BA offense. You could see Westmoore loading the box. Initially in that drive, they continued to have 7, 8 guys inside the box. What does BA do? Stand up, throw the quick screen pass to the outside. A great move towards the outside as you see them bobble this kickoff right here.
Looks like recess out there right now as the ball got loose, unable to convert. And stop on the extra point attempt, but not before the Broken Arrow Tigers are able to get into the end zone for the touchdown. They take the early 6-0 lead. Took about 2.5 minutes. Here's a look again at that quick move.
Yeah, take a look at Barnett right there. The nice dead leg quick step over here makes one guy miss, and then he takes the rest of it to the end zone with the great speed. Just a stop on a dime move and gets into the end zone for the Tigers.
So Broken Arrow gets the first strike here tonight. The touchdown pass from the quarterback, Jake Raines. The extra point was not converted, however. And it's 6-0. Broken Arrow on top here in the early going. Westmoore about to get the football.
And that's the way the BA offense wants to operate. They want to run the football, do a good job with play action pass with the bootleg. And then when the defense surrounds the box and they have 8, 7, 9 guys inside the box, then they hit you with the outside. They show you they got some athletes out there as well, and they take it in for the score.
Dropping deep for the Westmoore Jaguars, number 18. That's Dylan Taylor, 5'8", 150 wide receiver. As the Tigers are all set to kick it off, kick it away here tonight. Thanks for joining us tonight here on YurView, your Oklahoma Ford Dealers game of the week. Left-footed kick, high short kick. Fair catch is called for and taken at about the 23-yard line. And that's where the Jaguars will put it in play 1st and 10 on their very first possession of the football game.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Dayton Wolf and this Westmoore offense can do. I mean, this is a tough BA defense. Although they're missing a couple of key guys, they're all-state safety, number 9, Miles Slusher is out of the game, but should be interesting to see what they dial up.
All right, Dayton Wolf has had an outstanding year already on the season. 2,189 yards last year. He threw for 22 touchdowns, 579 yards rushing. And he is trying to come up and do the same thing again this year. Rushing the football, 53 carries, 184 yards. He's thrown for 1,596 yards on the season. And he has been able to get it done for this Westmoore squad. Don't really have a feature back. You've got a lot of different backs that can get the job done, however. And there on the quick count, we're able to draw Broken Arrow on the false start.
And that's very important because another one of these keys for the game is staying in front of the chains. With that incompletion there on 1st down, that was very detrimental to what this offense for Westmoore wants to do. They want some quick passes, some short intermediate routes to stay in front of the chains and keep up the 1st downs. With this 5-yard gain, it kind of keeps them on track here.
Oh, the snap goes over Wolf's head. He's got to go back, try to recover it, and it looks like Broken Arrow may have gotten it inside the 10-yard line, and it's going to be Tiger football as the snap went over the head of the quarterback, Dayton Wolf. He scurried back, tried to gather it in, but as we all know, football doesn't bounce the way it's supposed to all the time. It got away from Wolf, and coming away with the recovery for Broken Arrow was number 11. They're going to credit that to Darian Moss. He's a 6'2", 210-pound junior, and the Tigers with the first break of the game as you watch the replay.
Yeah, you can see this one just goes clear over Dayton Wolf's head, over his almost right shoulder there. Can't grab it in, and good job by the BA defense and Mr. Moss to hop right on it.
Running play up the middle, inside the 5, still grinding, still gashing his way upfield on the carry. Number 19, that's Sanchez Banks. He had the first carry on the first drive of the contest earlier.
And right there, that's just a great display of that BA offensive line right there. The fact that he had an open hole and then they get behind him and he continues to move his feet and they move it all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Let's see how the Tigers want to play it here. Power formation. Sanchez trying to get in, trying to back his way in. He will be denied Nice play defensively, getting in there at the bottom, number 15, Kylan Tennyson. And he also had some help, other Jaguars surrounding the play and dropping him just short of getting into the end zone.
That's a good job by Tennyson, coming from behind and grabbing his legs. Hey, Mr. Banks, you can't run without your legs. I'm just going to hold on here and wait for some of my teammates to come help me out.
So they'll try it again. Now 2nd and goal, straight ahead give, and getting into the end zone this time for the touchdown. The Tigers take advantage of the turnover and get in for their 2nd score of the night at the 8:12 mark here in this first quarter. 12-0 with the extra point still to come.
That was just straight up downhill running for you right there. They enter the red zone. Defense does a good job of getting them another opportunity to get a quick score. And they do a good job of just running downhill, following their blockers with this massive offensive line and getting into the end zone.
Extra point attempt. Snap is back. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 8:12 left to go in the first quarter of play. It's Broken Arrow on top of Westmoore. 13-0 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Drive a new Ford F-150 today with 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back, everybody. It's your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week here on week number 6 of the high school football season, week 5 for some teams, as the Broken Arrow Tigers and the Westmoore Jaguars doing battle here this evening. And the Tigers had the first possession, marched down the field, scored. Westmoore had the football. Snap went over the quarterback's head, recovered by Broken Arrow, and from there they took it into the end zone on a 2-yard run from Sanchez Banks. Extra point was good on this attempt, and now it's 13-0. Broken Arrow on top with the Jaguars back to receive. Again, the high short kick coming up and taking it right at the 31-yard line, and that's where the Jaguars will have it 1st and 10. Check the keys to the game. Dion, what do you got for us?
Yeah, first of all, we wanted to mention the fact that both of these teams wanted to get off the game starting fast. Very important for BA. They didn't do that last week when they had 2 3-and-outs and a turnover. Well, this week they get that done with those 2 touchdowns real quickly. And then also kicking game will be important, especially with the weather and the wind conditions right now, how it is. Kicking game will be important. We'll see how they get some success with that. And number 3, stay in front of the chains. Both of these teams want to, do a good job of picking up great yards on 1st and 2nd down and making it manageable on 3rd. Whoever gets to be able to do that is going to be the one that gets the W today.
So look at big number 91, Corey Callens Jr. Got him listed 5'10", 276. Last snap nearly went over Wolf's head again. Here's a quick pass that's caught. Short gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and let's call it 4 for the Jaguars.
There you see what we're talking about with that short and wide game. Right there, a 5-yard hitch by the wide receiver. Dayton Wolf does a good job just hitting them right there, picks up a good amount of yards, and it's a manageable 3rd down for this Westmoore offense. See Dayton Wolf also doing a good job with the hard count, trying to, get these defensive linemen on their heels a little bit with that quarterback pressure.
Wolf, just a junior. Outstanding baseball player as well. Drops to throw. Looks left side. Pass is incomplete. There was some heavy contact right at The point of attack where the pass was thrown, but a little bit low, incomplete, and the Jaguars presumably will punt it away and give Broken Arrow their third possession. They've scored the first 2 times they've had the football.
Yeah, Broken Arrow is doing a good job with this zone defense right now. Tight windows for Dayton Wolf to make some completions, and it's having a little bit of an accuracy problem. He's getting it there. He's giving his wide receivers an opportunity, but they just can't come up with it.
Matthew Lopez deep to punt, bobbles it, brings it back down. A left-footed kicker angles it towards the sidelines. Hits it about the 35-yard line and is stopped dead there on the coverage. Number 17, Kobe Phillips for the Jaguars. David Alexander very happy with what he's seeing, the results of the first couple of drives, both offensively and defense from his Tigers. We said defending state champions. They beat Westmoore in this game last year 69-10. And last year the Jaguars were off to a 4-1 start, finished the year 1-4, did not make the playoffs. And of course Broken Arrow, they went 13-0 and won the state championship. Handoff left side, Banks once again. He's going to get 2 yards maybe. And a good job defensively, hustling and coming in from behind for Westmoore. Number 15, Kylan Tennyson once again.
Yeah, and that was a good job of pursuing to the football by Tennyson. Coming in, filling the hole in that gap and bringing down the ball carrier. They're going to need a lot more of that tonight.
Broken Arrow's quarterback, number 7, Jake Raines. Deep handoff, getting through the initial line of scrimmage. And he's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Tigers from their own 43-yard line.
It's kind of somewhat hard to see Sanchez back there in that backfield with that big offensive line, kind of looking for, you know, somebody in a forest in front of some trees, and you're trying to find the ball carrier. It's hard to get around those offensive linemen.
Try to run it to the outside, does not get enough yardage for the first down. That'll bring up 4th and short. It'll be 4th and about a yard. Good job defensively as Banks that time was stopped. And I probably should remind you that Kevon Tolbert, the starting tailback for Broken Arrow, bit of a sprained ankle. Coach Alexander talking with him before the contest, he told Dion and myself, he said, we're handing out ankle boots like they're handing out chiclets.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for them because you really want this team to be healthy if they're going to play to their full strength. He said that there hasn't been a game this season where they've played with all starting 22 players on the field. So hopefully they can get healthy and as the season goes along.
Banks has to check out.
Having some trouble with the shoes there.
And it looks as though they're going to take a timeout to make sure they get the play call that they want with the personnel that they want. With a 4th down and 1 situation coming up. 5:17 left to go here in this first quarter of play. 13-0. The Broken Arrow Tigers right now on top of the Westmoore Jaguars. And of course we got lots of other things that are going on at YurView, and we like to remind you of some of those things that are going on. This week on YurView's high school football recruiting podcast called Over the Middle, Adrian Peterson was the #1 recruit in the country in 2004. He also grew up a Texas Longhorn fan, but through some recruiting magic from Bob Stoops, Peterson ended up an Oklahoma Sooner. Jason Kersey of The Athletic and Jeremy retrace how the best running back in Texas high school football since Eric Dickerson ended up crossing the Red River. All that and more on this week's episode of Over the Middle podcast. You can find that on YurView.com. All right, so the Tigers got the play call that they wanted. Now looking at a 4th down and 1 situation. And it looks like they're going to send Banks off again.
Yeah, it might be the same situation with the player when his helmet comes off.
Right.
Where a situation where if the referees have to call time for a player to be allowed off the field, he has to miss 1 play no matter if there's a timeout or not.
From under center, Rains, the quarterback, turns, gives up the middle. First down yardage and then some as he barrels his way into Westmoore territory. They're going to stop him dead at about the 48-yard line. That'll be more than enough for the first down, and the Tigers once again keep the drive alive.
Yeah, that's a great run by Jalen Johnson. Look at him move his feet, keep those knees moving. Check it out. 1 contact, 2 contact, and he still keeps them turning and picks up that big 4th down.
Tigers again, handoff left side. Again, a pretty good size hole on that far side of the field. And running the ball that time, number 21. That is Michael Matthews.
Oh, excuse me, that was Michael Matthews on that last run. Well, whoever it was impressive.
So the Tigers keeping the drive alive. Second down and 7, dropping the throw. Rains, one-on-one coverage on the far side of the field. Pass is incomplete. Don't see any flags out there, so just overshooting his target that particular time.
And right there, that was a good job by this Westmoore defense. They showed man initially, disguising the coverage, and then all of a sudden late, they switched to cover 4. Cornerback is still on his own back here on the backside by himself, one-on-one coverage. The quarterback overthrows everybody. But a good job by this defense, disguising the coverage.
Third down and 7 for the Tigers. And they're going to take a timeout. Westmoore will this time, as they want to make sure that they've got the defense in the proper formation. And everybody understands exactly what their assignments are on this upcoming play. We've got about 4:10 left to go here in this first quarter play. Broken Arrow on top, leading it by a score of 13-0. That reminds us, we're back at it again tomorrow night. The Ford Dealers game of the week goes to Broncos Stadium in Mustang. The Southmore Sabercats will take on the Mustang Broncos. Broncos are 4-1, 1-1 in District 6A1. And Southmore is 0-5, hoping to disrupt Mustang's playoff hopes. Game time 7 o'clock tomorrow night for Southmore and Mustang on the Oklahoma Ford Dealers game of the week. Well, that stranglehold held by Jenks and Union for so many years, from 1995 all the way up till 2 years ago when Owasso won the state championship. And then Broken Arrow getting in on the fun as they won the state championship last year. So you've got, those 4 large schools from the Tulsa area. One of those 4 has won it now every year since 1995. The last West Side team to win it, the Midwest City Bombers, some 24, 25 years ago. Third down and 7, running play up the middle. Still grinding and keeping his feet, but a good job by the Westmoore defense. He's going to be well short. He's going to need about 4 or 5 yards on a 4th down upcoming for Broken Arrow. And very quickly to the line of scrimmage. And I got a feeling that's exactly what they were wanting to do, is line up quick, catch Westmoore in an anxious situation, and force them to jump across, and they did, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Coach Williams can't believe it.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. I do believe that BA was going to run that play whether they got somebody to jump or not. It wasn't one of those situations where they were pretending there. They were all about business.
Running play right side, not going anywhere this time. Good job, number 60 for the Jaguars. One of the first guys there. That is Sam Olajay, who's in on the tackle, big number 60.
And that's a good job by him, getting some penetration in the backfield, which you don't see very often from this VA offensive line. They do a good job of creating a new line of scrimmage, but this time Sam Olajay gets in the backfield and makes a play for Westmoore.
Second down and 14. Raines, play action pass, rolls it out to the left, throws on the run. Nice defensive play. Did they intercept it? It was tipped, but they're going to say incomplete. Almost had it.
And almost a great defensive play by the defensive back. Simke's over there coming up almost with the big interception. Just a little too much greed right there from the cornerback Raines. He had the fullback with that bootleg right there in the flats. He tries to go for the deeper route. The defensive back is all over and makes a good play on the ball. That's number 21, Corey Yates.
So now third down and 14. Raines has shown that he likes that little bootleg pass coming out of the middle. Here comes the blitz, and they've got him again, and they're going to drop him way behind the line of scrimmage. As the Jaguars on the attack defensively. Number 3 there for Westmoore going down. That's Devante Frazier. He was pointing at his lower leg. I don't know if it was a cramping situation or if he felt like he turned something or what have you. But right away, the medical staff is going to take a look at him, and it looks as though they might be running for the cart, so it may be something that's quite evident to them on the field as you take a look at that last play. And they spun him around, and he is pointing at his foot, and that does not look good. That would be a big loss for the Jaguars. Number 3, Devante Frazier.
Yeah, because it looked like he did a great job. They brought pressure on the outside, and he came from the inside. A little bit of a stunt there, and gets in there and gets the quarterback. It's unfortunate that he gets hurt in the process of it.
.242 left to go here in the first quarter. They've called for the medical cart. It's making its way onto the field right now. And you could see right after he had made that tackle that he knew something was not right away as he pointed to his lower leg. And he's going to need some help getting off the field, it looks like. And that's the real downside whenever you see these youngsters hurt. And you see them where they're going to have to, miss some time, or whether it's one game, 5 games, or the rest of the season. It just breaks your heart. They work so hard to get to this point of the season, to make contributions, and that was coming off a great play that he made too.
Yeah, and the thing is, not only him, not only is he affected, but the whole team. And you can see, some of the parents on the field as well.
Coaches addressing the players, trying to teach them up and tell them, guys, this is something that is part of the game. Unfortunately, Westmoore fans looking on, you can see. Don't know if that's mom perhaps or what have you, but again, not a good looking situation on the field right now with the injury to Westmoore's number 3, Devante Frazier. He's a senior, 5'9" and 150. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we will do our usual halftime show where we will be talking about the Weoki Kick for Cash. And tonight, looks like it's going to be Roberto Duran will be kicking. Is that what I'm reading here, Dion?
That's right. Roberto Duran getting a chance for that $500 Weoki Kick for Cash.
So that will be part of the entertainment. Of course, we'll take a look at those first half stats, the highlights, and everything else that is part of high school football. Performance by the marching band at the halftime intermission as well here at Moores School Stadium. If you're just joining us, tuning in, an apparent lower leg injury to one of the Jaguars, Devante Frazier, made the tackle on the play, got in the backfield, dropped the ball carrier for a loss. As he rolled over with the ball carrier on top of him, he immediately pointed at his lower leg, and you can see they've got that in a boot right now, and they're taking him off. And obviously he's done for this evening. You only hope that it's something that maybe he'll be back before the end of the season is over with. And the crowd stands And again, thoughts and prayers with the youngster there is, again, just coming off making a great play, doing all he possibly can. And anytime we get any word on the injury situation, we will surely let you know. Heartbreaking. Take a look at some of the other big games that were going to be played this weekend. Of course, we've got this one right here, what's listed as the #1 game in the state this week. Class 4A, #2 Bethany playing #1 Tuttle. That's for all the marbles. I want to say those two teams last year, where Tuttle won that game 35-28. So that's a big matchup. Also, you've got in Class 2A, you've got Class 2A #8 Millwood at #2 Washington. Now you can see the whole team is gathered around, and obviously a young man that's very popular amongst his teammates. And they'll probably, with the extended time period here, allow the football players additional time to kind of rework, restretch, and get loose again. You know, and as a teammate, Dion, you've been in situations like this before throughout your playing career. I mean, sometimes if it's somebody that's very popular with the team, it fires you up. You want to go out, you want to play for your brother. But in some cases, it's just not something you can overcome either. I'm sure you've seen both.
Yeah, I mean, just emotionally to get re-energized after a situation like that, where you lose a teammate and a friend, and something serious happens to them. You try to refocus and you know, get back into the spirit of playing football, but it's hard, and this is going to be a tough situation for these Westmoore Jaguars.
Devante Frazier leaving the field. We're back to the action. It is an apparent punting situation for Broken Arrow. Looking right now at a 4th down and 23 from the Westmoore 48-yard line. Snap is back. Good strong punt, fair catch called for right at the 13-14-yard line, and that's where the Jaguars will put it back in play. So first quarter action, 2:29 left to go. First 2 times that Broken Arrow had the football, they put it in the end zone both times. Missed the extra point on the initial touchdown. It was a 42-yard pass to Keon Barnett from the quarterback Jake Raines, and then about a minute 20 seconds later, it was Sanchez Banks with a 2-yard run, and that's where we stand right now, 13-0, Broken Arrow on top.
Yeah, and their defense gave them a situation where they held this BA offense, so it's going to be interesting to see what Westmoore can do right here with the ball.
Pass to Phillips. He shakes a tackle. He's got some speed. He gets to the outside. He's got a big gain all the way across the 40 to the 43-yard line. And maybe the Jaguars can take that injury and make it work for them in the long run. Kobe Phillips, again, 6'3", 184. He's a senior wide receiver.
Yeah, and just a nice shallow route underneath everything that was going on the wide side of the field. And he does a good job of getting up and picking up some good blocks from his wide receivers.
Wolf back to pass again, looking downfield. In trouble. He's going to go down.
And that's a good job by the secondary of Broken Arrow, because Wolf was looking down the field and had nowhere to go with it. I mean, he had a lot of time in there in the backfield, but nowhere to go with the football. Just a nice little coverage sack for Broken Arrow.
Loss of a yard on the play brings up a 2nd down and 11. Motion to the right side as Wolf drops the pass. Oh, has a receiver wide open and just can't hang on. It's Phillips again who caught the last one.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, because Phillips, his momentum was carrying him to the sideline, and he had to turn around and catch that ball, which was a little bit behind him, but still a catchable ball. Wolf does a good job of putting it in the area. Doesn't lead the wide receiver, but tries to get him to stop in that nice little hole that the zone defense had provided him. Just an incompletion makes it a tough 3rd down.
Phillips on the year, receiving wise, 17 catches, 398 yards, 5 touchdowns. Westmoore goes empty backfield. Wolf dropping the throw. Steps up again. Has time. Has running room. Wolf across midfield. He's going to get close to first down. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 1 proposition here for the Jaguars. Dayton Wolf, the quarterback.
And right there, BA just shows their athleticism, because you can see 4 receivers are to the wide side of the field. He takes off in the boundary right here, the short side, and still athletes all over the field able to come up and make a play and bring him down short.
Wolf now out of the gun. He's going to keep it, roll it, and it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down on the 4th down carry. So Westmoore taking a bit of a chance there, but they felt like they had to get something going offensively. And a big first down for the Jaguars and Mr. Dayton Wolf.
And right there, that's just a simple numbers game, okay? You get the running back and get him involved in the blocking, and you have a little bit, you know, a one-on-one matchup, but everybody's out wide. By the time they can come down and help, Wolf has already got the first down.
Wolf drops the football, and that's going to be a loss of about 5 on the play. He's dropping back to pass, had time, really wasn't pressured, just lost the handle.
And I can tell you what, that's about the 3rd or 4th time that snap has been a little inaccurate by the center, and Wolf has had to catch it from his right shoulder and try to bring it in. Take a look at it again one more time. It's a high, and he's trying to bring it down from his right shoulder. It's happened 3 times. The first time it happened, it was a fumble, and BA took over in the red zone. Look for that to hopefully it doesn't continue the rest of the night.
Wolf lowers his head. He delivers the blow, and that's going to be close to first down yardage. Didn't look like there was much there, running to the short side of the field, but he's going to get 8 yards on the carry. And that'll bring up 4th down and 2.
And that's a nice, tough run by your quarterback. That's something that inspires the team. You can see that Westmoore bench happy about that run right there. Everybody a little excited as this Westmoore offense moves the ball down the field.
Actually 3rd and 2. As Wolf checks the sidelines, they won't get the play off in time, and that will. I guess they stopped it with 1 second left. So this will be the final snap of the quarter. Motion, there was some movement up front. Like someone in the offensive line may have moved for the Jaguars. False start against Westmoore, so that's going to now make it 3rd down and about 7. We're looking at a 3rd and 2 situation. So since the penalty happened after the dead ball, clock did not start, so this again should be the final play of this first quarter. Wolf dropping the throw, looking deep downfield, instead finds the underneath receiver. That's going to be complete, and that's going to be enough for a first down completion there to Tyson Edwards, and that's the way the first quarter will come to a close. Broken Arrow scored the first 2 times they had the football. They lead it after 1 quarter of play. 13-0 our score on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Drive a new Ford F-150 today with 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Hello friends, Greg Builders, and have I got a great offer for you on my best-selling windows. Right now, take 50% off your order, and yes, that includes labor. Now, if you want to save money on utilities, increase the value of your home, even lower your carbon footprint, well then this offer is for you. Plus, right now, I've got 12 months no interest financing as well. So why not go online and click me, or better yet, pick up that phone and give me a call. The number is 405-767-9050, because everybody around here knows by now I'm the guy, I'm the one and only. I'm going to save you a lot of money.
Billy Sims makes feeding your hungry crew fast and easy. Our take-home packs feed 4 to 10 people, so we have you covered no matter what. Let Billy Sims make you the takeout hero. For a limited time, get your favorite 2-liter Pepsi product with any take-home pack.
Welcome back to Moores School Stadium. Yeah, the wind, the weather has definitely changed here during the course of this afternoon into tonight's ball game. A lot chillier than it was earlier in the day as the Jaguars start this drive as we begin the second quarter of play. From the Broken Arrow 32-yard line, going to lose a yard, perhaps two, on that first down carry.
And you can kind of see the change in the offense. I mean, you can look at the flag right now. The wind is really whipping down there. And so other than normally you would see a pass on first down from this Westmoore offense, this time you see a run from Dayton Wolf. So it's going to be interesting to see the rest of the half, how they operate offensively with going against the wind.
Second down now and 16. Motion out of the backfield. Quick pass, caught on the run, spin move, gets some of that yardage back. And he'll pick up about 5-6 yards on the play, but that's going to bring up a third down situation in about 9.
And that's a nice grab by Josiah Hardrick coming out of the backfield. Nice little screen toss to him. A little inaccurate of a pass right there. You kind of want that ball on your chest so you can grab it and make a move. He does a nice, low pass and picks it up off the ground. Nice spin move and gets up the field.
Motion to the left as Wolf drops the throw, has a receiver downfield in between two defenders, makes the catch, slips away, and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. There is a flag on the field back at the 37-yard line, so hold everything.
And we're going to have to wait for this flag to see what the call is, because that was a great pass by Dayton Wolf, and it's going to be a holding call. And that's so unfortunate, because just a great job by Dayton Wolf to look at the screen pass first and hesitate the corner so he doesn't drop back inside on that 7 route. Just a perfect execution by the quarterback, and it's just all for naught.
Coach Williams gets the explanation from the line judge. There's the call from our official for this evening again, Marcus Walker. Here comes the replay, Dion. Yeah, he
take a look at this. Look at him hesitate right here, because that screen pass is over there from the running back, like we saw on the other side. Because of that, the corner has to hesitate, and because of that, he's not able to drop back in that zone coverage and pick off that ball. And then good job and great running by the wide receiver to make a play, but flag on the play.
Now Wolf in trouble, and he's going to be dropped for a huge loss all the way back after the penalty to about their Westmoore 42-yard line. They need to get to the Broken Arrow 22-yard line.
And that drive had so much promise to it, and that one flag kind of halts it and stops all the positive yardage. Now they have to punt.
High kick off to the far side. Takes a bit of a Westmoore bounce. Will slowly roll inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will put it in play. We've got 9:46 remaining here in this first half. Broken Arrow Tigers again leading it by a score of 13-0 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. So Westmore's defense, after Broken Arrow scored the first 2 times they had the football, has played a lot better.
Yeah, able to get a little bit more penetration in that backfield, kind of slow down the running game a little bit.
Handoff right into the middle of the pack, still on his feet, somehow able to get about 2 yards out of that when it looked like there was nothing there. Good hard running, but once again, good middle of the line defense by the Jaguars.
And it was just impressive that they can, just get that. I mean, look at the defense that Westmoore is playing. It's man on the outside with one safety over the middle. So the cornerbacks are both taking a wide receiver, and everybody else is inside that box, loading it up and trying to find a way to stop this running game.
Counter play to the right, nowhere to go. Line of scrimmage, and that is it. As again, he stays on his feet. And more defenders arrived at help out on defense. One of the guys there initially, Keyshawn Oliver, 5'11", 180. And that'll bring up a 3rd down 9 situation for the Tigers.
Yeah, it looks like they brought in a different personnel on defense. And let's see what they got here. BA spreads them out. trips over here. Excuse me. No, they motion over, so it's going to be twins formation on each side.
Dropping the throw. Now taking off the run, going to be stopped just shy of the necessary yardage for the first down. Tackled at about the 34-yard line. Needs to get to the 35. That'll bring up a 4th and short situation for the Tigers. They send on the punting unit seemingly.
No, it looks like they're sending in that heavy package right now. It looks like 3 tight ends and 1 fullback, excuse me, 2 tight ends and 1 fullback are rolling into the game. Let's see what they do here.
Handoff straight ahead, got the yardage, still on his feet. Pyle still surging forward all the way out to close to the 45, make it the 44-yard line and a first down for the Tigers.
And if you're Broken Arrow and you're saying this is what we do, we run the football, and you're saying, hey, can my offense get 1 yard? Can we get 1 yard? And every time they say we can get 1. If we need 1, we can get 1. And you can see it right there. They easily pick up that 1 yard for the first down.
Give the second man through. And lots of running room for Banks. Banks taken down from behind. Nice job defensively for the Jaguars. Number 22, that's Josiah James. In on the tackle, but not before he picks up some good yardage all the way down to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10, Broken Arrow.
Yeah, nice little counter play. Fullback leads up in the hole. Good job by number 44 for the Tigers. Mitchell Bannings, excuse me. And they just run the football at will.
Next play, again, running forward. This is something that you talked about in the pregame, and the fact that Broken Arrow, they're bigger than most guys, most teams, and they will just wear you down running the football.
Yeah, and it's as a defensive player, it's just a feeling that's just so helpless, because you know that offensive line is just so physical, and after down after down after down, they're going to try and take advantage of you.
Here's a handoff left side. That maybe got to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
You can see anytime this Westmoore defense has success against Broken Arrow running the football, it's because of some just little penetration in the backfield that kind of messes up the timing of the play.
Wide receiver to the right side is Keller. Tight end near side is Gamble. Running play up the middle. And again, that Pyle just moving forward. Looks like it's going to be a 2 or 3 yard gain. The next thing you do, you look up and it's a good 8, 9, 10 yards on the carry. Another first down for Broken Arrow.
And it's just a simple fact that Westmoore, their only option is to play man defense. And man on man, can we stop you from running the football? And right now, BA, they said they can't.
All right, 13-0 Broken Arrow. They're on the march, and they have the lead. We'll take a timeout and come back with more for you in your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Are you live? Discover the communities of Town Square by Mccaleb Homes. Charming historic architecture takes you back to a simpler time, yet with all the modern amenities. These walkable communities in Edmond are designed so you can get to know your neighbors the old-fashioned way. Our Residence Club features a state-of-the-art fitness studio and indoor and outdoor party spaces. Come see and feel the vintage craftsmanship at the communities of Town Square. You'll love where you live.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back, everybody. 5:52 left to go here in this first half of play. Broken Arrow Tigers, they're on the march. They have the lead 13-0. They scored the first 2 times that they had the football. Nothing since, but as we said, they are on the move once again, looking at a 1st and 10 with the ball on the Westmoore 23-yard line. Quick pitch, far side. Cut back towards the middle, inside the 20, down to about the 13-yard line, or 17-yard line. Getting to about 5-6 yards on the play. Running back there for Broken Arrow, number 21, and that is Mccaleb Matthews.
Just a good job with the quick pitch right there. Wide receiver number 2. Keller doing a good job of getting some blocking on the outside.
Running play again up the middle. Big hole and into the end zone for the touchdown. The Broken Arrow Tigers getting into the end zone once again. It's Matthews for the touchdown. The 3rd of the night for the Tigers. And just a huge hole. And Westmoore, not much they could do.
There's nothing they could do at all. I mean, man on a man, hat on a hat.
Extra point attempt. Coming from the foot of number 81, that is Tyler Crawford. And his kick is on the way, and it is good. So the Jaguars fall further behind as the Tigers now have a lead 20-0 with 5:11 left to go here before halftime on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
I'd always wanted to get braces, always considered it, thought about it. You know, how long is this gonna take? Am I too old to do this? What am I gonna look like with braces on? With payment options and everything else, nothing's hindering me now, I just need to go ahead and do it. The staff, for one, is awesome. The doctor's great. I know I had friends growing up saying, oh, it hurts. I didn't have that experience. I can't wait to see my teeth without being masked by wires, right? Hindsight, I would have done it again 100 times over.
Great times, hard work, and memories happen with your car. Before your next adventure, treat your car to a Charlie's Car Wash. Every wash includes our industry-best pre-wash. After your state-of-the-art wash, enjoy our free self-serve vacuums. Or let us provide a fast inside cleaning while you wait. With over 45 years of vehicle cleaning experience, we'll get your car clean, inside and out. Charlie's Car Wash, 5857 Northwest Expressway, War Acres.
Welcome back, everybody. There's a future, well, it looks like a future Jaguar and a future Cowboy for Oklahoma State. And amongst the fans this evening, enjoying the game. The weather, maybe not so much. A little cool, a little breezy out there, but for everybody that complained about how hot and long the summer was, well, it looks like fall is going to be short and winter may be coming before we know it. Here's the kick well into the end zone, automatic touchback. And the Jaguars will bring it out to their own 20, 1st and 10, with 5:11 left to go coming here in this first half of play. And of course, we do have the Weoki Kick for Cash that'll be coming up. Always a good time. Stay with us at halftime. We'll talk to the coaches, check out the Pride of Westmoore marching band, and review the first half highlights and stats. The Weoki Credit Union halftime show coming up in just a few moments. Never seen so many left-footed kickers tonight. Number 81 taking care of the duties for Broken Arrow. We mentioned that's Tyler Crawford. Kicker for Westmoore, Matthew Lopez, also a left-footed kicker. And he's ready to put a foot into the ball, and, well, not yet, because the wind took it off the tee. And you can see just how much the weather is affecting the game, albeit not much. As you can see, Old Glory is certainly bristling in the wind tonight. It's an east-west stadium. Wind is out of the north, so obviously a crosswind going on here this evening. Now they'll employ the services of number 14, Tyson Edwards, to actually hold the ball on the kickoff. And here we go. Big foot into it, drives the return man all the way back to the 5-yard line. Looking for somewhere to go, can't find anywhere, and he'll be stopped at right about the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. Dearly looking for some points here in the second quarter of play. And if you're just joining us, Keon Barnett, 42-yard pass from Jake Raines gave Broken Arrow the early lead with 9:32 left to go in the first quarter of play. And then it was Sanchez Banks with a 2-yard run, making it 13-0. Still 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Not much scoring in that second quarter. Mccaleb Matthews, an 18-yard run, extra point good. And that gives us the score that we have right now, 20-0 in favor of Broken Arrow. And here's a sideline pass to Colby Phillips. I don't see any flags out there. Phillips is going to go the distance. 85 yards off the quick little swing pass from Dayton Wolf. No flags on the play, and Westmoore with a big answer. They needed that, no doubt. As Phillips from Wolf, 85 yards on the reception. As we mentioned earlier, Phillips 17 catches, 398 yards on the year, averaging 23 yards touchdowns, and that reception there will certainly increase all of his numbers. And he got to the sideline and he put it into high gear and he was gone. So that didn't take very long.
Yeah, that was great blocking.
So 23 seconds after the Broken Arrow touchdown, 85-yard touchdown for the Westmoore Jaguars. Dion, something they dearly needed.
Yeah, they really needed that one, and I'm telling you right now, Steve, that was great blocking by the wide receivers over here on the outside, getting up the field and springing their guy loose.
Extra point attempt. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, and it is good. So, with 4:48 left to go before halftime, the Westmoore Jaguars are on the board as they now trail by a score of 20-7, and a big boost for Westmoore if they can keep the score where it is. Now, obviously, you'd like to add something to that to make the game even closer, but if you can keep it where it is right now and feel as though you have the momentum going into the locker room, that would certainly, you would think, better your chances in the second half. And there is Colby Phillips, who he got to the sidelines and he was gone.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, defensively, they're going to have to figure out a way to stop this rushing attack, get some penetration in the backfield, and, you know, execute a little bit, and maybe give their offense an opportunity to get back on the field with, you know, a 2-minute drive situation.
So 20-7 is our score.
Yeah. Dion, how are you?
All set to kick it away. Puts a foot into it straight away. Drives it down the far left side. It did not get into the end zone. And so the Jaguars will afford the Tigers with some pretty good field position. Still plenty of time for not just one score, but maybe even two, the way these two teams just went back and forth in a span of 23 seconds. They'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line in Broken Arrow territory. Drop the football, picks it up. Raines does in the backfield. He's going to get dropped for a loss on the play. Loss of about, they say only one. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9. A couple of big plays in the football game here early. 20-7. Tigers on top, looking at a 2nd down and 11. Raines turns and gives, second man through, and he just carries the defender. They're going to say he was actually down a little shy of the necessary yardage for the first down. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 1 from their own 44-yard line.
And right now, BA is just doing a good job of attacking that A gap and getting up the middle and getting up there quickly.
Rains give up the middle. And again, that offensive line just continuing to push, pick up yardage, get another 1st down, stop the clock. 3:43 left to go here in this first half. Inside Westmoore territory now at their 48-yard line. Rains, another handoff. And nowhere to go. Give him a yard, nothing more on the play. Clock goes under 3 minutes to play. Second down and 9. Man-to-man coverage on the corner. Here comes a flag that's thrown out. He's going to run and score, get into the end zone, but I got a feeling this one's coming back on a hold.
You're going to be definitely right about that one, Steve, as the wide receiver would not let number 12 go over here on the outside. Luckily enough for BA, though, that was a quick pass, quick screen, because that corner was coming on that corner blitz in a hurry.
Got 3 flags, all within about a 5-yard radius of each other. That stops the clock. 2:37 to go before half.
Offense. Repeat, second down.
There's a look at the replay. Got the quick pass out there. You can see the holding. There's no doubt about that. And then you saw the pink flags come flying in from all different directions. So now the line of scrimmage, Tigers from their own 45-yard line. Jaguars show blitz, straight run, quarterback run to the far side. That's actually Matthews from the Wildcat position.
And that was a great play by Simpkins coming from his safety position to come straight downhill and make a nice tackle.
Isaiah Keller, the ball carrier there, number 2. Third down 11 for the Tigers. Range dropping the throw, has time over the middle and into a crowd, but right on the money. Great pass by Rains.
Yeah, and he threw that into almost triple coverage right there in that zone defense. Just unfortunate. Just literally, I'm standing right here, Steve, and he just a hair, just a fingernail more, and that ball's deflected.
Running play right side, that's Banks. Banks has first down yardage, trying to break away. Can't quite get away, but he'll get first down yardage all the way down to about the 22-yard line. And the clock stopped with 1:28 left to go here in the first half. 20-7. Tigers on top of the Jaguars. See what Broken Arrow wants to dial up here. Play action. Roll it to the left. Looking, can't find an open receiver. Rain's in trouble, and he's just going to dive forward and take the loss on the play. And a timeout is called by Broken Arrow. Clock stopped with 1:07. And there is a flag on the field. Illegal use of the hands called against Broken Arrow. Block in the back is the official call. It's David Alexander. Been around that Tulsa coaching scene for a good number of years.
Offense. Repeat, first down.
And has had good success and now great success after winning the state championship last year.
Kennedy moves the ball back to the 35-yard line. First and 24.
So now first down and 24 from the Westmoore 35 with just under a minute left to go in the first half. As Raines wants to throw, has time, looks downfield, has a receiver, caught. That's going to be down at about the 12-yard line, just shy of the first down yardage needed.
Tackled by Josiah James.
And they've stopped the clock and taken a timeout, I do believe. Yes, they have. So timeout taken by Broken Arrow. Big pass. And that was a nice throw there by Mr. Raines. Coming up halftime, Weoki Credit Union halftime show. We're going to talk with the coaches. We'll check out the Pride of Westmoore marching band and review the first half highlights and stats. That's the Weoki Credit Union halftime show coming up in just a few minutes. And if you're looking forward to tomorrow night, more action coming from the Oklahoma City area. Tomorrow night, we're going to be at Broncos Stadium. The sophomore SaberCats taking on the Mustang Broncos. Mustang with a big win last week as they defeated Union in the 300th career football win at Mustang High School. Here's your field level look. 48 seconds left before halftime.
Protecting our community is everyone's responsibility.
And both teams gathered around with their coaches, trying to decide exactly what it is they want to do and how they want to do it here. Only needs a yard to get the first down yardage. That will automatically stop the clock. Both teams back on the field now. Jake Raines, the quarterback, I formation. Handoff into the pile. Dropped. Second effort got him closer. I don't know that he got enough, however. Josiah James, one of those in on the tackle. Clock is running. They did give him enough for the first down. And a running play will get him to about the 5-yard line, perhaps. Running play up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown for the Tigers. Sanchez Banks taking it in for his second touchdown of the night. Big score with just 26 seconds remaining in this second quarter. So they get the touchdown back that Westmoore got when they had the 85-yard touchdown pass to Kobe Phillips. You can see the scoreboard there in the background. 26-7. 7-7.
Attempting the extra point, number 81, Tyler Crawford.
Crawford in for the extra point attempt. Snap is back, kick is away, it is up, and it is good. So we've got 26 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Tigers have reopened that 20-point lead as they are on top of by a score of 27-7. Good first half of football. Broken Arrow having the best of it to this point. Westmore's had their big plays, but the defense has not been able to come up with enough stops.
Yeah, and it's almost a situation, Steve, where, I mean, whenever they get penetration in that backfield, which is not often, they have a good, down on defense. But with that offensive line being built the way it is, it's far in between where you're getting penetration in there. You can see that defense is, going man up and trying to load the box, but still, Broken Arrow continues to find ways to get 4 or 5 yards a pop.
Crawford to kick it off. Jaguars won't have much time to do anything with the football unless they can get a nice return and a setup. But the kick is going to go into the end zone, automatic touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. No time off the clock.
Westmoore will begin 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Jaguars have shown that they can move the football. They just don't have quite the rushing attack that Broken Arrow does. Going out to the far left side, number 14 is Tyson Edwards. Broken Arrow lined up, and a timeout is taken by the Tigers. They want to make sure they've got everybody in the right position. They do not want to give up another score before our halftime intermission. Coming up next week, we've got some doubleheader action for you. Next Thursday, we'll be at Tulsa's LaFortune Stadium for a day-night doubleheader. First at noon, we'll have Claremore and Memorial, and then in the nightcap, it'll be Hale and Edison at 7. Kick off your fall break with not one, but 2 games. Game time, 12 noon, Claremore and Memorial, and then 7 p.m. for Hale and Edison on the Ford Game of the Week on YurView Channel 3. Mentioned district standings. Of course, you got teams that are right there at the top. Both these teams victorious in their game last night. Wolf throws the underneath pass, caught and then run out of bounds. Got the pass out there to Cabrin Grant, number 23. The play seemed a little discombobulated. They're going to get a holding call against Westmoore, so that negates the previous play.
Holding offense.
So Westmoore called for the infraction. Line of scrimmage now their own 15-yard line. 20 seconds left to go here in this first half. Dayton Wolf. Handoff coming near side, cut back, and he's going to lose a yard or two. And they may not be interested in trying to run another play and just settle for going to the locker room down by 20. And that's the way this quarter is going to come to an end. So the Broken Arrow Tigers scored the first 2 times they had the football and then scored late. They led it by a score of 20-0, then 20-7 when Westmoore got their first touchdown of the night. And then Broken Arrow scored, and right now our score 27-7 as we go down on the field. Our own Dion Imade standing by for the Wioki Kick for Cash.
Well, guys, you know what time it is. It's Wioki Kick for Cash time. I got my man Roberto Duran. How do you feel about the kick?
I feel confident. I think I can do it.
You got it?
Yeah, I think I can do it.
Well, he's confident, Steve. All right, let's see if he can knock it through. Let's go. Let's set it up, man. No time to waste. $500 is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. On you, Roberto. Let's go.
It's up, and it's good! $500 for Roberto Duran. Bring on the money! $500. Roberto, how did you do it? Tell us how you did it.
I just kicked it.
He just kicked it. Chris Sackett, tell him exactly what he's won.
Hey, mate, $500 right there from your favorite credit union, Wyoke.
Wyoke Kick for Cash. You know how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. $500 every week. You get an opportunity to kick for it. Come talk to Chris Sackett if you want an opportunity.
This time we would like to direct your attention to midfield.
All right. Thank you very much, Dion. We appreciate that. And congratulations to Roberto Duran, our Wyoke Credit Union Kick for Cash winner. We are at halftime, 27-7. Broken Arrow on top of the Westmoore Jaguars. We'll continue our coverage here of your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week when we return.
The Ford Game of the Week is being brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Visit your best in Oklahoma Ford dealers for the best deals on Ford's full line of vehicles. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. Wyoke Federal Credit Union, proud sponsors of the Wyoke Kick for Cash. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Roller weight loss and advanced surgery. Your best you starts here. The Plaza at Town Square by Mccaleb Homes. Love where you live. And by Cox, bringing us closer.
Wyoke's Kick for Cash is back for its 8th year, and we want high school students to kick for cash. Wyoke has given away over $20,000 to Oklahoma City area students. Look for the Wyoke Money Booth at your high school and register to kick for cash during the Ford Game of the Week. High school students can win $500 from Wyoke just for kicking an extra point. High school students, don't miss Wyoke's Kick for Cash.
Let's see what happens.
Love you. Let me know how it goes. I'll see you for dinner.
You didn't know.
A home of your own. It's within your reach when you experience the new Central Oklahoma Habitat for Humanity. Apply for home ownership today.
As Oklahomans, we know all too well what storm season means. Hail and high winds can come fast and out of nowhere. With a legacy of professionalism, superior work, and honesty, Salazar is the most trusted name in roofing. We'll take a look at the damage and provide you with a free estimate. Then you can be confident knowing your home will be secure. At Salazar, our family is committed to taking care of Oklahoma. Salazar, a name you can trust.
How are they? 10, a 2, and a 6.
You deserve a place to call home. Discover the new face of Central Oklahoma Habitat for Humanity and apply for home ownership today.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Come on in and discover the new Cox Solutions store. Experience a whole new level of in-home comfort. It's all right here at the Cox Solutions store. Discover, learn, and experience more.
Welcome back, everybody. 27-7 our score. Broken Arrow on top of Westmoore. Let's go down on the field now and enjoy some of the recognition for some of the band members, the senior band members, and their parents.
Science. Kayla Gann. Kayla is the daughter of Chris and Christine Gann. She's also escorted by her brother Connor. She's been in band for 5 years.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights in that first half of play as we have a 27-7 score here between Broken Arrow and Westmoore. And here's the way things got started for us. The quarterback Rains with a nice pass as he is able to get that in the hands there of number 13, and that is Keon Barnett. 42 yards for the touchdown, and then the snap goes over Dayton Wolf's head, and Kerrion Moss is able to get on it inside the 5-yard line. Handoff, very next play, as Sanchez Banks gets in the end zone for the first of his 2 touchdowns on the evening. And a little bit later on, breaking into the secondary, and into the secondary is number 21, Mccaleb Matthews, for a 17-yard run. And then here's the big play for the Jaguars as they hook up Dayton Wolf to Kobe Phillips, 85 yards for the touchdown pass, and that made it 20-7, and Westmoore was clinging close, trailing by just 13 points. But Broken Arrow would add to that lead, and they would score again late in that half as they were able to find the end zone once again as they got into the end zone as number 19, that was Sanchez Banks, with his second of 2 touchdowns. We'll take a timeout, continue with more of our Weoki Kick for Cash halftime show right after this timeout.
Often the first illicit use of a medication comes from someone finding that medication in a family member's home. If you've been prescribed a medication that's potentially hazardous, you need to keep it locked up and away from your other family members. Safe storage of medications is my prescription for change.
The bladder control aisle. You won't shop here again. Your private business is your own. The constant struggle is over. Now there's a better way. It's HDIS. We home deliver bladder control products. We understand how you feel. For over 25 years, we've home delivered to many of the 20 million Americans who deal with incontinence. We offer all brands. We pay shipping and use plain, unmarked boxes. If we can help you or someone you care for, call for your free product sample pack and $45 in money-saving coupons. Our counselors will help you. And unlike stores, we're always in stock. You'll get what you need. Satisfaction guaranteed. HDIS, the better way.
For your free sample pack with your free catalog, $45 in money-saving coupons, and free product samples, call 1-800-467-7608. That's 1-800-467-7608.
This is important news for members of the military who suffer from hearing loss or ringing in the ears, also known as tinnitus. If you or a loved one were issued these dual-ended combat earplugs and now have hearing loss or ringing in the ears, you may be eligible for a cash award and medical expenses from the earplug manufacturer. If you or a loved one were issued the dual-ended combat earplugs and now have hearing loss or ringing in the ears, call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now. Operators are standing by.
Game time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back, everybody. It's your Oklahoma Ford Dealers game of the week that has the Broken Arrow Tigers on top of the Westmoore Jaguars. Our score 27-7 here. We're at the halftime intermission, and let's take a look at our halftime stats and see what this bears out for us. There you can see the rushing yards heavily in favor of Broken Arrow, 165-5. Passing yards belong to the Westmoore Jaguars. A lot of that, 85 of those yards, coming on the touchdown pass to Kobe Phillips. 153 for Westmoore, 99 for Broken Arrow. First downs belong the way of the Tigers, 8-3. Penalties about even. Some of the individual numbers on the night. Sanchez Banks already has 22 carries for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rains 4 of 6 passing for 99 yards. Wolf 5 of 8, 153 yards and a touchdown. And Kobe Phillips, 2 receptions, 113 yards, and he has a touchdown so far here on this evening. We're at halftime. It's your Weoki Federal Credit Union halftime show. 27-7, Broken Arrow on top of Westmoore. We'll take a timeout and come right back.
Hello friends, Greg Builders, and have I got a great offer for you on my best-selling windows. Right now, take 50% off your order, and yes, that includes labor. Now, if you want to save money on utilities, increase the value of your home, even lower your carbon footprint, well then this offer is for you. Plus, right now, I've got 12 months no interest financing as well. So So why not go online and click me? Or better yet, pick up that phone and give me a call. The number is 405-767-9050, because everybody around here knows by now I'm the guy, I'm the one and only. I'm going to save you a lot of money.
Hello there, I'm Mick Cornett, and along with Kent Myers, we do a television show called The Verdict.
We try to bring you good guests with good information so that after you've watched our show, you know more than you did before you tuned in. So please tune in.
Topics from all over Oklahoma. You can see it on YurView Oklahoma's YouTube channel and also on YurView Channel 3. Join us on The Verdict. I hope you'll see us and as we learn more about Oklahoma and all of the wonderful things going on in our state.
On YurView and at YurView.com.
Been drum major his junior and senior years. He plans to attend Oklahoma Baptist University with the plan of majoring in pastoral ministry along with a minor in Bible. Annie Vu. Annie is the daughter of Denny and Mai Vu. She's been in band for 5 years and performs on the flute. Annie plans on attending the University of Oklahoma and getting a master's degree in electrical engineering and minoring in architecture. Ragan Wilcox. Ragan is the daughter of Lisa and Ron Wilcox. She's been in band for 6 years and performs on the flute and piccolo. She plans to attend the University of Oklahoma and major in chemical engineering while marching with the Pride of Oklahoma. Hamilton Young. Hamilton is the son of Jim and Darren Young. He's been in band for 6 years and plays the clarinet.
And there you see the introduction of some of the senior band members, their parents celebrating the night together. Homecoming 2019. Congratulations to all the young men and women, their parents as well. And in homecoming events like this, a lot of the focus, of course, is on the football game itself, but there's a lot of other things that go into it. And, of course, the band members, the cheer, the pom squad, and the entire student body and faculty always enjoying homecoming. Although when you talk to some football coaches, they kind of think that it gets in the way a little bit, and they would, while they enjoy it, they certainly do understand that they have to keep the kids' attention as they do all the time. Coming onto the field right now is the Pride of Westmoore Marching Band, and they are about to perform for us as well. The director is Bradley Harrison for the band. And the show is called The Other Side. As they get ready to perform for us, we will turn it down to the field and let you enjoy the Pride of Westmoore Marching Band.
Moore Public Schools and Westmoore High School is proud to present for your halftime entertainment, the Pride of Westmoore.
fans would like to thank the administration.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Fine performance by the Pride of Westmoore Marching Band here at halftime, where our score stands at Broken Arrow 27 and Westmoore 7. You're watching your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll take a timeout. Come back with more for you. Stick around.
At Mccaleb, you see winding roads and historically inspired homes, but we invite you to look deeper. Mccaleb Homes Town Square is resort-style living at home. The Residence Club has a fully equipped fitness center, a great room with kitchen and outdoor living and cooking spaces. The Rec Center features gaming for kids and adults alike. Relax in the resort-style Infinity Edge pool. The kids will also love the playground. Step into a more relaxed season of life. Mccaleb Homes. Love where you live.
When you've been injured by someone else's actions, you need experts who know exactly what to do.
You need the personal injury professionals at the Able Law Firm. We've been fighting and winning legal battles for over 50 years, successfully recovering more than $400 million for injured Oklahomans, a level of achievement that's unmatched.
If you've been injured by someone else's actions and need help now, we're ready, we're willing, we're able.
Attention all timeshare owners. Were you a victim of a high-pressure or dishonest timeshare sales agent? Were you misled and confused by what you were buying? Did the timeshare fail to deliver what you were promised? Do you feel that you overpaid and just won out? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we can help. We're Timeshare Compliance, and every day we help hundreds of timeshare victims protect their rights, and we can help you too. Our team can legally terminate your timeshare agreement, ending the payments forever, saving you thousands. But you must act now. Call now for a free consultation. With one simple call, the professionals at Timeshare Compliance can legally terminate your timeshare agreement and help end your financial suffering. You could save thousands. So call now before another payment is due. Timeshare Compliance is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. Don't wait. Call 800-865-0145, 800-865-0145, 800-865-0145.
You're watching For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back, guys. We're with our head coach here. How'd you feel about your team's performance in the first?
Well, you know, obviously I love the score. You know, we were spotty. We made some really, really good plays. We made a couple poor plays, you know, a couple bad decisions on penalties. But overall, right, I'll always take a 3-score lead going into halftime.
But good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
David Alexander, the head coach for Broken Arrow, and I know I can hear Dion, and he's got Lorenzo Williams standing by too.
Coach, how'd you feel about your team there in the first half?
Man, just a lot of Jags beating Jags, man. You know what I mean? We can't let good football teams stay in the game by having penalties and mistakes on ourselves. That's pretty much a lot of mistakes, man. We get rid of the mistakes, we got a chance, man. Broken Arrow's a great football team. We're not going to be able to kill ourselves and then expect them not to be able to take advantage of that.
Good luck with the rest of the game, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Back to you, Steve.
All right. Thank you very much, Dion. There you have the words from the coaches. And, of course, we've got the action coming up again tomorrow night for you here on the Cox Channel. We'll remind you of all that's coming your way and all the other good things that we've got tomorrow night. It'll be Mustang and Southmoore. That's 7 o'clock on. And happy to bring that to you tomorrow night. Southmoore and Mustang. Game time 7 o'clock for the game of the week, brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. So a little double dip in there. We've got that. And I know I'll be streaming a game for YurView tomorrow night, and that'll feature the Altus Bulldogs and the Noble Bears. A little showdown in Class 5A to come your way. From the good folks at YurView, trying to bring all the excitement of the fall season, football, and more football in the great state of Oklahoma. Don't want to forget about the softball girls. They're in action this week as some of the regional play gets underway in some of the larger schools. course, when you talk about dominant teams outside of football, you have to think of the three Moore schools, where you have Westmoore, Moore, and Southmoore, that typically all three make the state tournament of the 8 teams in the field. Some years maybe only 2 get in. I can't remember the last time only 1 got in. It could be sooner than what I might be imagining, but a lot of times all 3 of those girls teams do make it into the state championship. So Broken Arrow always supporting great teams of whatever sport there is. So many great athletes and different athletes to choose from there in the Broken Arrow School District. So best of luck to all the girls, the coaches, their fans this week also, as I know some of those games got underway today. I have not seen any final scores, and make sure you check your local publications, your different apps that you have on your phone to find out scores from all the different sports going on right now at this time of the year. The Jaguars are set to receive the kickoff to open up this second half. And right now it's 27-7 in favor of Westmoore. And once again, the ball blows off the tee. Wind rather brisk coming out of the north here on an east-west set stadium. Deanne, I'm sure, can vouch for what the weather is like out there. We're up here nice and toasty and warm. Deanne had to go down on the sidelines, of course, and tend to those halftime festivities. Here's the kick. Long kick, good kick, angled towards the right corner, goes out of bounds, automatic touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, and that's where the Jaguars will put it in play as we get ready to start second half action. Jaguars coming out in their home black uniforms with the white numerals. Westmoore with a win, 44-35 over Moore. They beat Southmoore 46-7, beat Mustang 41-21, beat Enid 54-0, and then beat Edmond Memorial last week 33-26, coming in with a 5-0 record. Dayton Wolf, first pass of the second half, intended over there for Andrew Metcalf, and the pass just out of his reach and incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. We have a penalty on the play. Going to be roughing the passer against Broken Arrow. We'll move the ball out to the 35-yard line and a 1st and 10. Here's a look at the replay. Yeah, he took a pretty good shot after he released the football right there. Can't do that. And the penalty called there on number 32, Campbell Yeager. And now a loose football. Again, trouble with the exchange between the quarterback and the center. They've had some trouble with that for the better part of the night. Colby Phillips, who caught the 85-yard touchdown pass. Dion rejoins me. Is it chilly out there? A little chilly on the sidelines from my man Dion Amade. 2nd down. Wolf again stepping up in the pocket, has time. Slings when he's got Phillips wide open again. 1st down yardage and then some inside the Broken Arrow 40-yard line. And that's a Westmoore Jaguar 1st down. So we got an injured Tiger on the field. As they help him off, that's number 11 for Broken Arrow as you watch the replay there, Darian Moss. So Moss is making his way slowly to the sidelines. There's a good look at Dayton Wolf. He's had a big night. He has been showing the big arm tonight, no doubt about that. New set of downs, 1st and 10, and before we can really get started, we've got a penalty flag thrown. That's going to be encroachment called against Broken Arrow, and that'll shorten the drive for the Jaguars. So first down and 5 from the 33-yard line. Motion to the left side. Wolf dropping the throw. Fakes right. Wants to go down the middle. Pressured out of the pocket. Eludes one tackler. Fights his way forward. And he's got enough for a first down.
What a tough, strong run for Mr. Wolf right there. Turning nothing into something. Picking up that first down. That's all want to right there.
They'll spot it at the 27-yard line. Jaguars with the first possession of this second half of play. Again, got a receiver wide open, goes over the middle for Phillips, and an attempt at a diving catch. Got a hand on it, but just couldn't pull it back in.
And although that's an incompletion, that's a good pass right there by Dayton Wolf. He saw that safety hanging high. He puts that ball straight at his quarterback. He doesn't lob it in there. It's a laser of a pass, and he puts it low so his receiver can protect himself in the process. Look at that right there. But he just can't come up with it. I mean, and I'm pretty sure that wide receiver saw the safety coming in a little bit himself and, pulled his hand back just in the nick of time.
Running play goes nowhere. In on the tackle for Broken Arrow, number 5, one of the first guys there. That's Isaiah Barber. So Westmoore had a good opening drive, but now looking at a third down and long situation.
One of their keys to the game was trying to stay in front of the chains and see if they can, pick up this long third down right here.
3rd and 13. Wolf dropping. Phillips coming back for the ball, but Wolf was leaning backwards and he was trying to get rid of the football.
And you could see the pressure was coming. They showed blitz and they actually brought it. Both the Mike and the Will linebacker doing almost a twist and coming in that B in that A gap. Running back was able to pick up the middle blitzer right there, but nobody able to pick up. The guy comes from the outside. Check a look at this. And then also penetration from the defensive line.
So that'll bring up 4th down in about 14. Westmoore obviously in 4-down territory, the opening drive of this second half. Wolf drops the throw. Rolling left, looking back the other way. Now he's going to get the corner, and he's got running room. Wolf along the sidelines, trips forward, but I think he's got enough, Dion. A flag comes in very late. So hold everything.
Yeah, and it looks like he scrambled enough to pick up the first down as he comes up a little gimpy on the play. But there is a flag, and it looks like it's a personal foul on the Jaguars. So this one's going to be coming back.
Well, Wolf scrambled enough that he ran the corner. But the indication from the referee made it almost look as though, I don't know, I've not seen that signal.
Offense.
Perhaps that's helmet-to-helmet contact.
Repeat, 4th down.
I didn't really see any helmet.
No, I didn't either.
It must have happened behind the play because that's where the flag was placed.
So now, looking at a 4th down and 16.
Another situation what Coach Lorenzo Williams was talking about there at the halftime interview. Jaguars beating Jaguars, making mistakes.
3 receivers to the top of your screen, wide to the left. Now a man in motion. Play clock ticking down to 3. They do get the snap off in time. Wolf steps up once again. Has time. Had a receiver open, but maybe threw off the wrong foot that time, and the pass was short and falls incomplete.
Yeah, and he had a guy wide open in the middle of the field. Enough for the first down. It looked like it was Edwards there coming across on a dig route. And he just, as he steps up in the pocket, tries to get the ball out of his hands on the move, and it just comes out a little awkwardly. And it's going to be a turnover on downs.
So the Tigers take over 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. 8:46 left to go, third quarter. Jaguars had it for the first 3 minutes and 14 seconds of the half, but unable to get any points out of it. Here's a handoff to the right side. Lots of running room. First down yardage and more. 15, 17, 18 yards perhaps on the carry. And a nice run there.
Yeah, it looks like Matthews doing a good job of starting off the second half for Broken Arrow. Starting off where they left off in the first half.
And a reminder again that they're missing their top running back. Kewan Tolbert came in averaging over 80 yards per game. 406 yards on the season. He had 4 touchdowns, but I think he had an ankle injury and was unable to suit up for tonight's ball game. Short run for the Tigers. Give him a yard on the play.
Yeah, another counter play. Kind of seems like it's the bread and butter this week for this Broken Arrow offense. It's pretty impressive. You can see the offensive linemen being able to, get out of their stance and pull and get to the other side of the offensive line and pick up great blocks for the running back. So you see number 68 do it right there.
There he goes again, loose, and that's Banks. Going to get inside the 20-yard line all the way down to about the 14. And he is having a huge night. Sanchez Banks, the junior, 5'10", 205. Came into the ball game tonight, 38 carries, 204 yards, and he's having himself a comparable night tonight as compared to the first 5 games of the season. Here's another look.
As you see, number 68, Hunter Morris, was the pulling guard right there. Pick up the good, nice block.
So now looking at a second down and 4. Deep inside Westmoore territory at the 9-yard line. Need to get just inside the 5, almost to the 4 to get a new set of downs. Running left side and easily getting into the end zone as Banks continues to add to what you would have to think has been the game of his career so far.
Yeah, just a nice vision right there. Good cutback by Banks to, follow his blockers and then do it himself in the open field.
So Mr. Banks has had himself quite an evening tonight as he's been able to carry the mail, so to speak. Extra point on the way. He's got 25 carries for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns on the night as Broken Arrow increases their lead, now on top, leading at 34-7 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Stay with us.
Hold on to me, don't let me go. Your first name is free, last name is dumb.
Drive a new Ford Expedition today with 0% financing for 72 months plus 2000 Ford credit bonus cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Are you ready to love where you live? Discover the communities of Town Square by Mccaleb Homes. Charming historic architecture takes you back to a simpler time, yet with all the modern amenities. These walkable communities in Edmond are designed so you can get to know your neighbors the old-fashioned way. Our Residence Club features a state-of-the-art fitness studio and indoor and outdoor party spaces. Come see and feel the vintage craftsmanship at the communities of Town Square. You'll love where you live.
Back at Moore School Stadium, Steve Marshall, Dion Amade, Andy Casey to my left, keeping all the stats coming my way. Guys back in the truck, of course, all the cameramen, the guys working outside on a very chilly evening, which if you'd have said that any other time before tonight, you would have said, what are you talking about, Steve? It's been 60 degrees at night. Well, not for this weekend. There's some of the crew out there working.
Yeah, I do not envy them. I was just down there.
Yeah.
Breezy.
Breezy.
To say the least.
The wind chill factor. You can see the sleeves ruffling on the kicker's undershirt. Old Glory out there kicking up quite a bit. Wind is not laid down just yet. Here's the kickoff after the Broken Arrow touchdown that gives them a 27-point lead. And again, this one is going to go into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Of course, Dion, you talked earlier tonight about the keys to the game after you got done talking with both of the coaches. Let's see how the coaches have done in their prophesizing what they needed to do.
Yeah, first of all, Broken Arrow, they didn't start fast last week. They wanted to make sure they did that this week, and they did a great job of that with getting a touchdown early, getting a turnover, and then turning those into points as well. The kicking game really hasn't been a factor here tonight. The wind has been, one of the concerns for both of these head coaches, but the kicking game hasn't come into play. And then staying in front of the chains. You've seen this BA team do a great job of doing that. On the other side for Westmoore, they haven't. That's why you can kind of see what the score is.
Cabron Grant on the carry for the Jaguars. He's not able to go anywhere. He's going to lose 2 yards on the play. So 2nd down and 12 upcoming.
You can see Broken Arrow showing blitz.
Wolf dropping, in trouble, stops, throws, has a receiver, a little bit behind him, but they're going to say incomplete as it bounced up into the arms there of number 11, Darian Moss, but incomplete is the call from the official.
And if we had instant replay in high school football, that one might be one that you could take a look at. I don't know if that ball bounced off the turf or not. Be interested to see if it was underneath the arms of number 18, Westmoore.
Ask and you shall receive.
Take a look. It looks like we got a. It looks. I don't think that ball touched the ground there, Steve.
Here's the power, the run up the middle. Grant with a good strong run. Needed to get to the 30-yard line. He's going to get to about the 28. And that'll bring up a 4th and 2 situation.
Yeah, and then here comes the punt team.
So Westmore's offense, as heralded as it has been, and for good reason here in the early part of the season, just not able to do much against this very tough Broken Arrow defense. Let's see what the Jaguars want to do here with this punt situation. Nobody moves much, and it looks like the play clock may have expired, or perhaps they called a timeout, and Westmoore did do just that.
Yeah, it looks like they were struggling to get an extra player out on the field, and so they just decided to call a timeout instead of taking the 5-yard penalty and giving BA even better field position.
34-7, Broken Arrow on top when we come back.
Very important to spend as many hours as possible with the children. I needed a career that paid well and had great benefits. I wanted to become a police officer in Oklahoma City because Oklahoma City is a great city to raise children. I never thought I'd be a police officer, but I absolutely love my job.
The Oklahoma City Police Department is recruiting new police officers right now. Visit joinokcpd.com and apply today.
Countless innocent by adult scout leaders. The Boy Scouts of America's own secret files reveal that since 1910, they admitted into scouting thousands of child molesters. If you were abused in a scouting program, you are not alone. Come forward. New laws may allow you a path to significant financial compensation. Call now.
Call 1-800-872-0642. Again, that's 1-800-872-0642.
Welcome back to Moore School Stadium. 5:25 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Westmoore lined up as though they're going to punt. Low snap, skips right between the punter's legs and retreats all the way back to his 4-yard line, then kicks it out of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety at least, and then they'll have to kick it away. And it looks like the kicker may have injured himself as he attempted to kick the ball as it was spinning, rolling in the end zone, out of the end zone. There's a bizarre play.
You can see he's got that heavy brace on the knee, so kind of favoring that side. Take a look at the replay there. The snap doesn't really get back to the punter, and he looks back and surveys his situation and sees that's probably his best bet to get that one out of harm's way and take the 2 instead of 7.
Well, the Jaguars, as we mentioned, this is kind of where their season fell apart last year when they started 4-1 and then went 1-4 the rest of the way to finish the season 5-5. Sometimes 5-5 will get you into the playoffs. Last year, 5-5 did not get them into postseason play. As we mentioned, their schedule for the rest of this season for Westmoore after tonight, they will play at UConn, at Edmond Santa Fe. They get to host Norman, and then they will play at Jenks. For Broken Arrow after tonight's game, they get Edmond Santa Fe. They get UConn at home, they get Edmond Memorial at home, and they get Enid at Enid. So what I know about those teams, and having seen most of them already, Westmoore could give them a little bit of a tussle, but really nobody else on that schedule would be something that the Tigers would be thinking as though they have to come away and play their best game of the year to get the victory. They should win out the rest of the way. So they've lined up after the safety, now 36-7 in favor of Broken Arrow with 5:18 remaining to go here in this third quarter of play, and the ball falls off a tee again.
Yeah, and right now it's looking like BA is going to have very good field position. Normally you have an option if you want to kick it or punt it after safety. Looks like Westmoore looks to kick it off the tee.
High kick, far left side, taking it about the 32-yard line by the Jaguars. Breaking one tackle, fighting forward to getting out to about the 47, 48-yard line. And Machota in on the tackle for Broken Arrow. Your return man on that particular play was number 22, Josiah James. And so the Tigers will come back out on the field. They have built themselves a 29-point lead and still have 5:13 left to go here in this third quarter from their own 48-yard line. Handoff up the middle. And he's going to get out across midfield into Westmoore territory.
I'll tell you one thing that's very important for this Westmoore defense is for that one guy, that first guy, to not miss the tackle. It's been a tough going for them defensively in this game, and it's because that one person misses the tackle or the running back does a good job of running tough and breaking that one tackle before his teammates can get there.
Trying to skip it to the outside, picking up about a yard or two. Nice run there by Banks again, as he continues to add to his total. Has to be up around 180 yards or more. 169 on the night. So he has been busy. Third down and 4. Handoff, first down yardage into the secondary, down the sideline, one man to beat. Can he keep his feet? Cannot. And finally taken down there, but not before he's able to pick up some big yardage. That's Micah Matthews, the young sophomore running back.
That was a good job making that touchdown saving tackle by number 12, Matthew Metcalf. Just nobody in the open field there after he gets past that first wave of defenders.
So first and goal for Broken Arrow from the Jaguars' 6-yard line. Pitch. Penalty flag out. Likely this one's going to be pushed backwards, and it is.
Yeah, and that looks like there's going to be a holding call on one of the BA offensive linemen.
There you go.
First down.
Ball now moved all the way back to the 18-yard line. First and goal from the 18. Rolling left, Rains throwing, and passes dropped. Coming out of the backfield, number 44. That's Mitchell Banning. But he looked to turn upfield and run with it before he finished catching the football.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for Banning because he had some room to operate there. That was they've run that play a couple of times tonight. He got the first one, and they opted for the deeper route the second time they ran it.
So second and goal now from the 18-yard line. Quick drop, stripped of the football. That's a loose football picked up by the Tigers. But a huge loss on the play. Got to see who made the initial hit, as he was rearing back and trying to throw the football, and before he was able to start his way forward, Rains had the ball stripped by one of the Jaguar defenders, and I do believe they came up with the fumble recovery.
Yeah, we got to take another look at that, because there was a wide receiver streaking down the middle of the field wide open, and it seemed like the pressure just got there too fast for the Broken Arrow quarterback Rains to even attempt to look down the field.
Apparently Westmoore did not come up with the football, so it still is Broken Arrow football. Third down and goal to go from the 35, and tripped up and dropped back at the 42. A lot of people made fun of the Sooners last week when they had a first and goal from the 48-yard line, and here we've got a fourth and goal from the 41-yard line coming up for Broken Arrow.
Yeah, and that's just a good play by number 66, Josh Stewart, to come in and get some penetration in the backfield and make that nice little sack.
So punting situation for the Tigers. Kicker stands at his own 46-yard line, gets a good foot into it. Fair catch called for, far side. See how far back he runs this thing, as Westmoore is going to take over with the ball at their own 16-yard line.
Yeah, and it looks like that ball got caught in the wind there.
.137 left to go in this third quarter. Dayton Wolf returning to the field for the Jaguars. Quick pass caught. A pickup of about 6 or 7.
And it looks like they're going into a hurry-up tempo offense, try to get some points on the board quickly.
Loose football. Wolf kept it, and the fumble is caused and recovered by Broken Arrow at the Westmoore 20-yard line.
Yeah, and it was a zone read play, and the Broken Arrow defensive line is able to get into the backfield and just poke that ball loose from Dayton Wolf.
So the Tigers will take over. The minute 10 left to go here in the third quarter. Running play. Again, the pile just moving forward. 6-7 yards on the carry. Wide receiver to the far right side. That's Isaiah Keller. High formation, give to Banks up the middle. Banks inside the 10. Fights his way down to about the 8-yard line, perhaps the 7.
One thing about these Broken Arrow running backs, they do a good job of keeping their feet moving. Even when that first pile, builds up, they continue to keep their feet moving and stay up because they know that offensive line is going to come behind and help them move that pile forward.
So 1st and goal from the Jaguars' 8-yard line. Final seconds of this third quarter ticking off. Handoff, end zone, touchdown, Tigers.
Again, just great blocking, wide open hole, and number 19, Sanchez Banks, takes advantage of it. It's money. It's money, Steve.
So Banks gets into the end zone for another touchdown. That's his 4th on the night, I believe. So 4 touchdowns now for Banks. Extra point attempt is up and good.
Take another look at the replay right here. Again with the counter, fullback does a good job picking up some blockers and nobody touches Banks. Money in the bank. Shoddy, what you think? Name that song, Steve.
I don't know that song.
Okay. I didn't think you would.
And we went the whole game without you picking on me.
You know you weren't going to get away that easy.
43-7 is our score. And that young man there has had himself quite a night.
Almost a Chuba Hubbard type night.
Yeah.
30 carries, 193 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Put the team on your back, Banks. Put the team on your back.
Wonder if he's done for the night. 43-7, Broken Arrow on top.
He's not their, normal starter.
Yeah.
I would imagine he would try and take advantage of the moment. You never know when he's going to see another night like this.
Third quarter clock shows 6 seconds remaining. High kick. This one is also going to reach the end zone. So the Jaguars will have to run at least one play to get this third quarter over with and head to the 4th and final quarter. They trail right now 43-7 after trailing 27-7 at the halftime intermission. The second half has belonged entirely to Broken Arrow.
Yeah, it's always going to tell you how your season is or what type of team you are coming out of halftime and, facing a tough situation. Is this Broken Arrow going to be a team that, kind of rest on their laurels here and just say, we got this game in hand, or they're going to come out aggressive? And they sure have come out aggressive and wanting and looking like they're wanting to finish this game strong.
Cabron Brandt with a short game on the play, and that'll take us to the 4th and final quarter with Broken Arrow leading Westmoore by a score of 43-7. We'll be back.
The right connection can open a world of curiosity for your child with Cox, families that have a K-12 student and receive government assistance could qualify for low-cost home internet with Wi-Fi. That means more learning and more achieving. Qualify now. It's time to connect with Cox.
Hello there, I'm Mick Cornett, and along with Kent Myers, we do a television show called The Verdict.
We try to bring you good guests with good information so that after you've watched our show, you know more than you did before you tuned in. So please tune in.
Topics from all over Oklahoma. You can see it on YurView Oklahoma's YouTube channel and also on YurView Channel 3. Join us on The Verdict. I hope you'll see us and as we learn more about Oklahoma and all of the wonderful things going on in our state.
Welcome back. Some have braved the cold weather. When the week started, who would have thought that the end of the week would end up like this with blowing winds and wind chills? They're talking about maybe being in the teens or the 20s even over the weekend. On the field here, Broken Arrow on top, leading Westmoore by a score of 43-7.
Did you say teens or 20s?
Wind chill.
That doesn't sound fun.
Well, you know, you have to be prepared. Like the Boy Scout I know you are.
Some Boy Scout I am. I didn't even bring my beanie.
Wolf reaches out, snares that snap, then throws on the run. Has a receiver that's wide open. That's going to be some nice yards. Trying to bust his way and get free there for Westmoore. Number 18, that is Dylan Taylor.
And great move in the open field. Taylor distributing the ball and showing off a little bit, getting up the sideline and trying to pick up some extra yardage for the Westmoore Jaguars.
Motion to the right. Wolf looking downfield, firing, pass caught. Reception made there by Edwards again. You can bet that Broken Arrow's playing maybe a little looser defensively. Not to take anything away from what Westmoore is trying to do offensively. Wolf once again snares the high snap, goes down the middle of the field, has a receiver, he's got him, end zone, touchdown Jaguars. Number 10, Andrew Metcalf, the speedster from Dayton Wolf, for a touchdown for Westmoore.
That's a great job by Metcalf, doing just pure speed right there. They got a cover 4 coverage, safeties over the top, and he just runs right by the safety. And a great ball by Wolf, puts it right in the breadbasket, and they go in for 6.
Wolf throws a pretty football too, doesn't he?
Certainly does. He's been able to display that limited a little bit tonight of what he could do with the pressure that BA is bringing, but when he has been able to sling that thing, it's looked very good.
Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So the Jaguars on a long touchdown pass get back on the scoreboard, and now they trail by a score of 43-14 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll be back.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Great times, hard work, and memories happen with your car. Before your next adventure, treat your car to a Charlie's Car Wash. Every wash includes our industry-best pre-wash. After your state-of-the-art wash, enjoy our free self-serve vacuums. Or let us provide a fast inside cleaning while you wait. With over 45 years of vehicle cleaning experience, we'll get your car clean, inside and out. Charlie's Car Wash, 5857 Northwest Expressway, War Acres.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back to your Oklahoma Ford Game of the Week. A 49-yard touchdown pass to Metcalf makes it a 43-14 game, and Westmoore gets another touchdown on the board. As you can see, the kickoff is kicked off there. Broken Arrow will take the ball over, leading the game. It's been a tough one for Westmoore defensively, trying to load the box and put this BA team in a situation where they're having some trouble to run the football, but they've found running lanes all over the place, especially with that counter play with some pulling guards and the fullback able to get up the field and pick up some big yardage.
Tigers with the football. Handoff up the middle. Good yardage again. On the carry there, number 21, that's Mccaleb Matthews. He has quietly put together a pretty good night.
Yeah, he really has, getting into the open field and picking up a big chunk of yards every time he touches the football.
Yeah, he has 11 carries for 115 yards. 10 yards a carry, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all. So 2 running backs with reaching the 100-yard mark. That's quite an accomplishment for this offensive line.
And go ahead and give Matthews a couple more as he stretches the chains once again. Gets it right out to midfield. That's exactly where they need to go for the first down, and that will be just about exactly a 10-yard gain for Matthews.
Seems like he picks up a first down every time he touches the ball, especially with that average keeping it up the way it is.
And the line's getting such a great push and surge up the middle. I mean, they're 2 or 3 yards downfield before anybody's even able to make contact with their running backs.
That's what all those good offensive line do, and that's what those offensive line coaches teach. It's like, we have to create a new line of scrimmage every time we touch the ball. We have to move. We have to put it on ourselves to gain 2 yards and let the running backs do the rest. And they have certainly been doing the rest here tonight.
New quarterback is in now. Seth Dodd. Well, actually, they're on their 3rd string quarterback. So it's hard to tell which number 11 or number 11 for Broken Arrow is actually in there. We know about Moss. Seth Dodd is a quarterback. He's number 11. Sterling Ramsey is a quarterback. He is also number 11. So that gives you an idea of the depth that this team from Broken Arrow has.
Yeah, 3 number 11s.
Running play, middle of the pile. And just the number of plays that Broken Arrow's been able to run off tonight. It's really playing keep away from Westmoore. I got to do the Enid-Westmoore game earlier this year, and Enid's offense wasn't able to do much against Westmoore. Westmoore kept getting the ball back, but they just kept throwing the football downfield and, scoring. I think that final was 54-0.
Well, it's 4th and 1 once again, and see if Broken Arrow can convert here on another 4th down.
Need to get it right to the 40-yard line. Just about 4th and 2. That's the first down. Now he breaks outside. 30-yard line, 20, down to the 10-yard line. Pushed, and did he get in or not? They're going to say he's out of bounds at about the 4-yard line.
And what a nice run. Again, a lot of congestion in the middle, but a nice hole that he's able to break out from, and it's a foot race. Luckily enough for Westmoore, some players had the angle on him. Take a look at this side step right here. Bounces it to the outside. Makes one guy miss there on the sideline, and Oh, he does just step out at that 4-yard line before he's able to dive for the pylon.
Mccaleb Matthews gets the handoff, and whistles sound, flags fly, and they're going to bring this one back. False start called against Broken Arrow. Stops the clock with 7:24 left to go in our ball game. 43-14. Westmoore on top, and Broken Arrow knocking on the door once again. See that David Alexander has a nice big smile on his face. His team has gone on the road and gotten the victory here tonight at Moore School Stadium.
Almost a 2-hour drive out here from Broken Arrow.
Good surge that time by the defense. Looks like number 15 was one of the first guys there, Kylan Tennyson. We've called his name a few times tonight. And we've got an injured Tiger on the field with 7:15 left to go in the contest, 43-14. Both teams retreat to their respective sidelines.
Yeah, it looked like number 21, Matthews, took a good shot down low.
Didn't really see what had happened. And he's speculating maybe a helmet to his lower leg, something like that. And they get him up, and he's walking a little gingerly, but nonetheless not looking too worse for wear. Got to think that that's probably his last carry of the night. Did you take a look? Yeah, sometimes you get that foot planted and the guy comes in with his helmet and there's nowhere for that knee to bend. So he'll take a seat on the sidelines. And now we're looking at a 2nd down and 11. 2nd and goal from the 11. Handoff in the backfield and a good surge there and getting in and causing problems right away. 32, Keyshawn Oliver.
Yeah, both him and number 15 for this Westmoore team, Tennyson, able to get in that backfield and create havoc here in the red zone.
So just inside the 10-yard line, 3rd and goal now from, say, about the 9.5. Roll it out left side. Only one defender out there. Caught from behind and taken down. That's a good hustle play. And again, coming up and making the play is Tennyson. We've called his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, he's done a good job tonight. He's done a good job pursuing and getting in the backfield, creating some disruption back there and making some tackles for losses. Look at him make a collision over there at the edge and then turn around and run and pursue the football. That's an athletic play right there by that outside linebacker.
4th and goal from the 5 now. They're lined up as though they're going to go for a field goal. And then they're going to get a delay of game penalty because they want to push it back a little bit further. Nothing wrong with practicing your place kicks in the event that you're going to need this later on.
And right there, I can understand why they take that penalty. That's just a tough angle. And you have, a little bit more room to work with. It makes it a little bit of an easier, attempt for the kicker.
27-yard field goal attempt, gets plenty of foot into it, and he knocks it through. And that is another point. 46-14 our score. Broken Arrow on top of Westmoore on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Often the first exposure to the illicit use of a medication comes from someone finding that medication in a family member's home. If you've been prescribed a medication that's potentially hazardous, you need to keep it locked up and away from your other family members. Safe storage of medications is my prescription for change.
As Oklahomans, we know all too well what storm season means. Hail and high winds can come fast and out of nowhere. With a legacy of professionalism, superior work, and honesty, Salazar is the most trusted name in roofing. We'll take a look at the damage and provide you with a free estimate. Then you can be confident knowing your home will be secure. At Salazar, our family is committed to taking care of Oklahoma. Salazar, a name you can trust.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Broken Arrow getting a field goal, adding to their lead, now on top by a score of 46-14. Jaguars all set to receive the kick. Among those deep, Andrew Metcalf, one of the Metcalf twins. Ball hits about the 2-yard line, goes in the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
It's going to be interesting to see if this Westmoore offense can string together a drive and just something to build on, going into, next week and preparation and going through the rest of the season. Just a drive to put together some confidence for this offense.
So the Jaguars back out on the field. Ball will be spotted right at the 20-yard line. New quarterback in there, and the snap goes through his hands. He is hit in the back of the end zone. I bet they're going to spot it at about, no, they're going to say it's a safety. The new quarterback in there for Westmoore, Zane Chavez, 6'1" sophomore. On the first snap, lost control of it, rolled into the end zone, and results in a safety for Broken Arrow.
Yeah, and those snaps have been an issue all night. And it's unfortunate that first play, new quarterback Chavez in the game, and snaps kind of similar to the way they've been all night, and he can't handle it.
Poor guy was getting his chance to get in there and make some contributions, and now they'll have to kick it away, and you can bet that Broken Arrow is going to be content to try to run as much clock as possible.
I was thinking the same thing.
So Westmoore will stand at their own 20-yard line now, and they will kick it away. Second safety of the night. 48-14 the score, with Broken Arrow on top. And for at least the 6th time tonight, the ball falls off the tee. So quickly, kicker retreats, and it falls off the tee one more time, starts to blow away. So they'll get a holder in there, and they'll try to get this one away. Low line drive type kick, taken right at the 34-yard line. Has running room. And they're going to say out of bounds in Westmoore territory at about the 46-yard line. Number 6 on the return. So the Tigers back with football once again. Handoff will gain a couple yards as he gets inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Pickup of 2. Number 18 quarterback in there right now is Cole Duvall for Broken Arrow. So he's getting some varsity snaps here on this 10th day of October. And another first down for the Tigers as they move the chains now. Ball will be spotted just inside the 25-yard line. Get a huge hole spinning and then caught. Pickup of about 6 or 7 on the play. Ball spotted at the 23.5, or I'm sorry, the 18.5-yard line. Duvall turns, hands off, and getting to the outside, racing for the corner of the end zone. Will he get there? He tried to get in, and he did get in. Touchdown, Tigers. With another touchdown for them, number 16, Julian Mosley finds the end zone for Broken Arrow, and now they have passed the half 100 mark as Broken Arrow continues to add to their lead with 3:27 left to play in the ball game. Tyler Crawford in for yet another extra point attempt. He bangs this one through. And the score now reads 55-14 in favor of Broken Arrow. Well, it won't seem like such a long, hard bus ride home as you take a look at that last play. Little counter move, and then he gets to the outside. Gets to that corner. Good effort there to try and bring him down by Westmoore's number 17, Colby Phillips. Actually, that's 13. That's Tristan Aduddle, but not able to bring him down. So the Tigers will line it up, get ready to kick it away again. Dropping deep for Westmoore is Andrew Metcalf. All set to kick it away. Crawford approaches, puts the left foot into it, drives it through the back of the end zone, automatic touchback, and that means the Jaguars will start with the ball at their own 20-yard line. Time now for us to take a look at our Cox play of the game. And one of the bright spots for the Westmoore Jaguars on this evening was the combination of the quarterback, Dayton Wolf, hooking up with one of his top receivers on the football team for the Westmoore Jaguars. And we'll show you that here in just a little bit as they quickly get out on the field. Running play right side. Give there goes to Caper Grant. Good look at the defensive backfield there for the Broken Arrow Tigers. Running play. Handoff near side. Big hit. Loose football.
Man, what a shot right there. Just as soon as he takes the hit, he drops the ball.
Big play there by big number 71, Garrett Human, 6'6", 301. He's a junior. You know, talking with Coach Lorenzo Williams before the game, Dion, he had a lot of good things to say about him.
He certainly did. One of those players that just built to play football. Says he's doing a great job. And from my viewpoint today, I mean, although he's good, he's aggressive, needs to work on a little bit of his quick feet and, you know, pass blocking. But other than that, a good player over there for the Westmoore Jaguars.
So a punting situation once again for the Jaguars. Snap is good, in fine shape. Kick is high and short. Going to hit it about the 36-yard line. And Broken Arrow will get the ball to start things right at the Westmoore 34. All right, time now for us to take a look at that Cox play of the game. It's for Westmoore Jaguars tonight. The quarterback, Dayton Wolf, flings one out on the edge there to Kobe Phillips, and Phillips turns around and he can't find anybody. Nobody's going to catch him. Phillips getting into the end zone for the Cox play of the game. Here's another look, another angle. You can see Phillips turns that corner, gets a great downfield block, and that enables him to get into the end zone for the touchdown. Clock is stopped now with 1:57 remaining. Running play, right side. Good job in there by big number 99 for the Jaguars.
Ball carrier 26, Buford Moore.
Looking for somewhere to go on third down and short. He's not going to get it.
26, Buford Moore.
That'll bring up a fourth down situation. Line of scrimmage is going to be at the 26-yard line in Westmoore territory. They kicked the field goal earlier. And they may just try to get a first down and run the clock out. Either way, it's winding down here. We've got a whistle on the field. Stops the clock, 44 seconds remaining.
Offsides, Westmoore.
First down.
Offsides, the call against the Jaguars. That's an automatic first down.
And we're doing anything else to stop the clock tonight. You're right, they're proving it.
Running play. And that should be the final snap of our football game here this evening.
Tackled by number 15,
And a nice victory for David Alexander and the Broken Arrow Tigers. They scored the first 2 times they had the football. They got out to a 13-0 lead, led it 20-0. You saw the touchdown pass from Wolf to Phillips. That made it 20-7. It was 27-7 Broken Arrow at halftime as they go on to victory tonight by a final again of 55-14. You can see the handshake there between Alexander and Westmoore head coach Lorenzo Williams. And again, your final is 55-14 as Broken Arrow comes away with the victory here tonight at Moore School Stadium. All right, let's go back down again. Once again, here's Dion Amade.
Coach Alexander, how do you feel about your team's performance today?
Very workmanlike, right? Not beautiful by any stretch, but we do what we talked about, in the pregame. When we talked, about coming out fast and making a few plays, and we did that. I love that we start off fast both halves. That's a great sign that we're finally making some headway to being a pretty good football team.
Well, what are you looking forward to most of the rest of the season?
What I'm looking forward to, right, is these young guys that are playing are going to just, with our starters out, it's just going to make us better. And those guys that have been starters in the past come back, we get healthy. Man, I think we're going to be really pretty good as we go through the season.
Well, we look forward to watching you, Coach. Good luck with the rest of the season.
Of course, and I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Deanne, thank you very much. And, of course, we've got a player of the game also standing by. Let's take a look at the player of the game. What a big night tonight for the Broken Arrow Tigers as they were able to get out to the victory here this evening and come away. And Sanchez Banks had a lot of those plays, and here you can see just a couple of them. Banks working his way, getting into the end zone for a touchdown. He had 30 carries on the night, 193 yards, found the end zone 4 different times. And he is your player of the game, presented by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. And he just kept getting after it all night long, finding his way, getting into the end zone, showing his speed. He had some power and very elusive. And then one more. Take a look here. Reads his blockers well, cuts it back, and gets into the end zone untouched for the touchdown. He's our player of the game. And congratulations to Sanchez Banks as we go back down on the field once again to Dion Amade.
Yeah, I'm standing here with our player of the game, my man Sanchez, money in the bank right here. How do you feel about your performance?
I think I did really well, but it wasn't just me. It was also the front line and the quarterback. He read the plays good. We all did good as a team.
So, knowing that you were going to start today, was there any nervousness? Was there anything different about your preparation?
Well, of course there was nervousness, but I knew I had to just go out and do what I had to do and play my game.
So, looking forward into the season, what do you have to get better on, or what does your team need to improve on to go ahead and get that gold ball?
Everybody tells me I'm a little slow, so I got to get my speed up. But overall, we just need to communicate more, and I believe that we'll get the gold ball.
Well, you look fast enough today, and congratulations on being our player of the game.
Thank you, sir.
Back to you, Steve. That's money in the bank right there.
All right, thank you very much, Dion, and congratulations to Sanchez Banks. We'll take a timeout, come back, and continue our wrap-up show. Once again, the victor tonight, the Broken Arrow Tigers over the Westmoore Jaguars, our final 55-14 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Oklahoma is not just a state, it's a state of mind. Weoki Federal Credit Union understands what it means to be an Oklahoman. We help the Bennett family lower their auto loan payment by $227 each month. We remove the burden of an 18% loan and provided them with a loan rate they can afford. With a little extra money each month, we helped an Oklahoma family do something important. Smile. Weoki Federal Credit Union. We are here for Oklahoma.
Drive a new Ford F-150 today with 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Billy Sims makes feeding your hungry crew fast and easy. Our take-home packs feed 4 to 10 people, so we have you covered no matter what. Let Billy Sims make you the takeout hero. For a limited time, get your favorite 2-liter Pepsi product with any take-home pack.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back to Moore School Stadiums. There you see our final score once again, 55-14. The Broken Arrow Tigers defeat the Westmoore Jaguars. Steve Marshall, Deanna Amade is back with us, and we are all set to go and take a look at some of the highlights from a very exciting game that saw a lot of action. Let's start off, as we should, with the very first touchdown of the game. Broken Arrow getting on the board first as Keon Barnett throws a 42-yard pass, gets the touchdown pass from Jake Raines as Broken Arrow goes up 6-0.
Yeah, just using his athleticism and some speed there in the open field to get up and get that first touchdown. Unusual is a passing one for BA instead of a running one, but a quick screen out to the sideline and getting into the end zone.
Nice job there as they were able to get in the end zone as you get a couple of different looks. The nice move by Barnett and, of course, the pass from Raines. And then here is the fumble. And that's going to set the ball up on about the 2-yard line. And from there, our player of the game, Sanchez Banks, takes over.
Yeah, that's how he got his evening started, right there with that first touchdown, a 2-yard run.
And then this is Michael Matthews, his 18-yard run as he finds the end zone. They had plenty of work from a couple of different running backs tonight.
Yeah, 200 yards rushers for this BA, offense right here. Just an impressive run. There you go. Sanchez Banks once again gets into the end zone.
And then Sanchez Banks again with a short touchdown run as he's able to find the end zone. And then one more time as they get it to the outside and get into the end zone for the touchdown as they get the victory. Jillian Mosley getting the touchdown. Final score once again, 55-14. Broken Arrow wins it over Westmoore. Tomorrow night, of course, we've got more action coming your way. It'll be the Broncos Stadium. The Southmoore SaberCats take on the Mustang Broncos. Game time 7 o'clock tomorrow night for Southmoore and Mustang on the Ford Game of the Week. And there's a look at your final numbers. What do you see there?
Man, you can see the big difference right there at the top. 379 yards rushing for Broken Arrow and only 14 for the Tigers. A lot of times BA was getting in that backfield, getting some sacks, getting some tackles for loss. So that's probably why that rushing yard is so low. But they did a good job passing the football, but it wasn't enough to, take on and be competitive against this BA team.
All right, well, that'll do it for tonight. Thanks to everybody that made all this possible, all the guys that do everything behind the scenes that a lot of folks never see. Of course, everybody back in the truck, Andy Casey for helping us with the stats. My partner, Deanna Amade. I'm Steve Marshall. We'll see you next week, everybody. So long from Moore School Stadium.
The Ford Game of the Week is being brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Visit your best in Oklahoma Ford dealers for the best deals on Ford's full line of vehicles. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. Weoki Federal Credit Union, proud sponsors of the Weoki Kick for Cash. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Roller weight loss and advanced surgery. Your best you starts here. The Plaza at Town Square by Mccaleb Homes. Love where you live. And by Cox, bringing us closer.